You don't do it for the love of the art, right? Like, obviously, there's something more to it than that, right? Like, you want money or something, or like, what's your deal? Like, like, why do you make music? Why don't you go be an electrician instead? Because you're blacklisted. You are never going to be famous, especially with that occult name. So, why are you still here exactly? Do you mind explaining to us why you fucking bother? Good one.
Handle flow like the man don't know how the real shit go. Way I checkin' what I wrote, but they write back home like a mic tap drone.
Why are you so serious?
I'm outside my abode, so I hope they don't sue me. Looking at the neighbor, wondering if you've been trying to screw me.
At this point, I'm just curious as to what you could possibly mean by that.
Talking in codes, I don't know who left the wood-bridge wand. Wondering why the garden drama don't stop. I ain't headed for the top, and the destination not an ideal spot.
I think the real question on everybody's mind is, why the fuck do you bother?
Cause I'm swinging in the pocket, real non-stop shit, lossless. Converted it from my own concept, so of course it ain't flawless or polished, overdone. I don't draw this picture that I'm painting takes time, it's a process.
You're a tool and the hidden hand is using you. Please don't be delusional. The rulers of this world practice confusing you.
That's K Reno. It's like a Can I Bus clone, you know? Like Universal Author, Grand Deception, you know? Some of these things are classic, you've never heard of them, but they're real, they're there. Go look them up. I know your ear isn't attuned to actual music, but you might still find that music to be somewhat entertaining, even if at first you find it grating to your ear. Rest assured, that is because your ear is addicted to earworms. Why are you so serious? Do you see what I'm putting down here? Are you starting to realize what it means to build and release tension in music? Do you understand what I'm doing here? Or are you just judging me without actually knowing who or what I'm doing? Like who I am, what I'm doing, what my motivations for doing it are? Or are you just, putting words in my mouth? Or, depicting me? Or discrediting me? Or tarnishing my good name? Or figuring out what to pin on me so that you can get rid of me? Or, I don't know, like one of a million fucking things that I just kind of can't help but notice. Isn't it weird that, people seem to have messages embedded in their content? I don't know if you've been picking up on what I've been putting down lately, but I've been making a lot of content about people putting messages into their content just, to support the cause or whatever. And, there's other people like, he who will not be named, Crybaby, who would like to believe that he has not referenced the great and powerful Wizard of Oz. But in fact, the destination is in fact Calabria, I think. I think that's the name of the song. Destination unknown. Now where do we go from here? Because I started talking, and I have no intention of stopping now. I've already hit record, and well, I'm here, I got you in front of me right now, so let me just, let's get into it. Let's just get into it. Let's just get loosey-goosey and just, shoot this shit, you and me and you, here in this chat, wherever the fuck you are, wherever the fuck I am, who the fuck knows where right now is, but what I do know is it's this present moment while recording this. I just cropped some weed, I got, about a quarter ounce out of all that, so that was fun. Somebody came into my garden and spit all over my weed the day that it was ready, so that was pleasant to wake up and find. People leaving trinkets and whatever else, which is nice. I appreciate people stopping by to leave their trash on my lawn, but that's okay. And virtually it's quite the same, digitally speaking. Lots of people throwing trash at me, and my garbage bins are. I mean, fuck, garbage day is like what, Thursday next week or something? Christ, man, I don't know if I have enough room in my bin to hold all this shit. Y'all are wildin'. I don't know if you guys do crack or what, but I'm concerned for your guys' mental health, and I think you guys should seek help. I'm not gonna give you that help. Your family's not gonna give you that help. Your friends aren't gonna give you that help. Nobody who actually matters in your life is willing to actually help you. But what I can tell you is that if you pay somebody money, they'll sit there and listen to your problems. If you pay somebody, they'll listen to your problems. But, as far as your music is concerned, no one's gonna pay you to, listen to your problems, just so you know. That's never gonna happen. Unless you're, Mr. fucking Pride over here with your fucking bling and your Lamborghini and your life going really well, people don't want to hear that because they live in the make-believe world where that stuff's real. The fact of the matter is, Lamborghini is a depreciating asset. The moment you drive it off the lot, it loses half its value. So, if you've ever wanted to see what it looks like to take $250,000 and just flush it down the toilet, go buy a Lamborghini and see how that feels when you look at your net worth just drop immediately. And then you'll have an appreciation for exotic cars. I would say if you're spending 1% of your net worth on a Lamborghini, then it's a solid purchase. But if you're spending 60 or 70% of your runway from a record deal on a Lamborghini, what do you gotta make 4 albums for that money back? Or how many tours at 30% of the net profit are you going to do before you break even? I'm just wondering, how's that record deal going for you? Mr. Big Shot, Mr. fucking all eyes on me over here. Fucking, I'm the next fucking bigwig or whatever. But in reality, my dude, you are beholden to people. And there's no strings on me, man. They could put me away tomorrow on some trumped up bullshit, but there's no strings on me. I don't have an agency. I don't I don't have handlers. I don't have friends. I don't have friends. I don't have any friends in this entire world because I'm a shitty person. And that's cool, not everybody needs to have lots of friends, I enjoy staring at the wall in total silence. That's a healthy, productive way to spend my time, and it is not your place to tell me that I'm mentally unwell. So, thank you for pretending to care, but, cram your platitudes up your ass. You want to see it? I mean, we're here, we're chatting, we're having a talk, Bush did 9/11, and I think that if we really delve into what's going on here and take a look, I think we might have some fucking questions. Hey, do you have a question? Fuck you do. Fuck you have a question. Is it approved? Do you have an approved question? Cause, we'll have to pass this through one of the gatekeepers and just, take a look through your file. Your permanent record. We're gonna have a look at your private information and make a determination of who you are based on this ill-gotten spy equipment. This ill-gotten information. This information that was stolen based on an agreement that I never signed. So because I clicked a button when I was 16 or something, now they have full rights to my, that's not the same thing as an agreement. But, so we are all being spied on. We are being spied on, and we're expected to just, I don't even know, are we just, supposed to just let that happen? We're just oh, well, they're just keeping an eye on people in case they're terrorists. My nigga. Like, what in the fuck? Honestly, dude. Honestly. And the crazy thing is, people have so much time in their life and like nothing going on and they're just looking for something that they'll be like, oh, white guy said nigga. Oh no, shut him down. Like, I listen to rap all day. You know what I mean? But if I let it slip once, my career is over. You know what I mean? Like, people, like, Twitter mobs and shit just come at you, and it's like, bro, like, alright, you know what? Alright. Like, I get it. I'm not allowed to say it or whatever, but it's just like, I'm not even fucking racist. So I don't understand why that is such a huge point of contention. You know what it is? It's because division is way more important than inclusivity, so they just use inclusivity as a way of dividing people. So, like, if you're not inclusive, then we're gonna exclude you. So you're not really inclusive if you're excluding exclusionary folk, right? So, like, what you're really doing is just creating echo chambers where there's people who are compliant and willing to take orders and are agreeable to authority and willing to toe the line. And then you have all the people that aren't like that. And you've got all of these decompartmentalized sections of the population, cross sections of the population, from what I would gather from what they're doing. Like, it seems like they're categorizing people into certain things and then using predictive programming and brainwashing and all this other shit to steer people into what they believe is a better way of thinking. Like, if we can just change or shift him with a couple of memes on this Facebook feed that we plant there, or just, whatever, we'll put in a couple suggestions. We'll put in a couple suggestions. There's nothing illegal about brainwashing people with suggestions. We're just gonna suggest this. We're just gonna put this in front of your eyes where you take it into your brain, whether you consciously accept it or not, and now that's part of your mentality. And what are you gonna sue Facebook because they're brainwashing you? Good luck with the court case, my dude, because that's not gonna fucking go anywhere. So you're basically barking up an impossible to bark up tree. So it's kind of stupid. I don't know what my whole point to this is, but I got you on the line here, so I hope you're still here. I'm probably just talking to myself, honestly, because I listen back to my own music. I think I'm good. Nobody else in this fucking world thinks I'm good. Everyone thinks I'm nuts, but I think I'm fucking good. And I think that's the answer, man. It doesn't, look, a tree doesn't need permission. It just is one. It's just a tree. It just grows where it is. It doesn't need validation. It doesn't need somebody to go, oh, that's a very nice tree. And I kind of feel the same way with my rap and the tree of knowledge that I've built on YouTube. It's just a tree. I put it there, I planted it, and some people might one day enjoy the shade of that tree. Or they might enjoy the peace and tranquility that space has created in some respects. Or they might, learn something about the Helm of Awe and why terror is a terrible thing. But as far as like educational, promotional content, I am basically fucked no matter what I do. I got stalkers like Sam Hyde just watching everything I do and pretending like he's not. Like, everybody's just hiding in the bushes, straight up. And that's not even scratching the surface. That's not even touching, one drop in a bucket. Not even any of it. I'm not getting into it. I'm not looking to get tortured. You know what I'm saying? But there's some big shit going on around me, and people are totally in the dark about it. They have no idea. I don't know what the fuck's going on. But what I do know is I feel like people are trying to fucking op me all over the place, man. I fucking walk down the street, I get fucking 5 different psychological operations happening, all in the space of 10 minutes. I went to 7-Eleven and there was a guy taking a picture of me. He was in his car, taking pictures of me. Bro, what the fuck? I know what I saw, you know what I mean? But you try to tell somebody, you try to tell a therapist that, you try to tell anybody, and they're just look at you oh, he's paranoid. Oh, he's paranoid. Just chalk it up to that. They're just like, oh, he's just crazy. He's just crazy. Never mind what he's thinking. Never mind that observant guy who might actually be onto something. Don't pay him any mind. Focus on the news. Eat McDonald's. Don't take vitamin D. Get the vaccine. It's the most effective thing you can do with your time. Get 10 vaccines. Just right in the tip of your dick. Just get them all. Get them all under your belt. You know, you want to comply. You want to get where you're going, right? You want to be able to go to your sports ball games. So get your vaccine. Show your compliance. Get your fucking paperwork, right? Get your Nazi paperwork. Get your fucking passport that lets you walk down the street. Otherwise, you get assaulted by cops or whatever. You're second-class citizen. It's fine. You know what I mean? It's fine. Just let it happen, right? So this is where I'm coming from. Is I'm looking at the world fall to shit while I'm making torn videos, and I'm going, wait, is this the best use of my time? Could I be helping? Could I be doing something? Even if I'm just sitting at home. Like, could I say something? Could I at least say something? Or is it illegal? Is it secretly illegal to say stuff? Like, if you say the wrong thing, will people show up at your house? If you say the wrong thing, will people kill you? I think you'd be shocked. I think you would be shocked. If people... Bro, you can get on a plane and you can fly anywhere in the world within the day. Within the day. Within the day. In some cases, probably within 10 minutes. They could have somebody there for you. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, the world is so much bigger than people have been told. It's so much wider than the narrow worldview that people are fed. It's such a small, lowest possible self. And you can see the glimmer in their eye, but it's very distant. Very distant, glossed over, glassy eye over here. And it's a shame, man. It's a shame. It's a shame that people aren't allowed to have an open and honest discussion about this kind of thing without being ridiculed. Like, isn't it so odd that certain topics, like, they're so discredited? Like magic, right? Magic is a pretty ridiculous concept. Oh, I'm gonna wave this wand around and stuff is gonna happen or whatever, right? Which is obviously retarded, right? But, like, if it's retarded, then how come YouTube won't let you post occult symbolism? I posted, what was it, memories? Yeah, memories. And it shows you where the audience drops off. And YouTube paints this picture. Like, people are dropping off right during, like, ritualistic moments. Like, oh, like, right when you light the incense or right when the phone falls. That's when people stop watching. Or whatever, right when the phone tipped over because the torch shifted slightly from the weight of me pressing down on it. Which looks magical, but obviously it's not, right? It's a parlor trick. But anyway, YouTube saw that and was like, oh, this guy's trying to mislead people, block him. It's like, man, I'm making something artistic because I love it. Because I love it, that's all it is. I don't give a fuck about your politics, bro. I make political videos because I lost my fucking job, man. I was working as a solar technician and I got laid off from a job site that's outside, first of all. It's outside. It's outdoors. It's out in the wind. Like, chances of catching COVID from your fellow guy next to you is pretty fucking small when you're outside, as far as I understand it. But they shut the whole site down. They didn't just keep it open and let people wear masks. No, they shut the whole fucking thing down. So because of COVID, I got fucked out of a really good contract. And I'm pissed about it. And the only vent that I can give out into the world is, I'm a pissy, privileged white guy. That's what people see when they look at me. It's like, oh, he's just a little off his mental well-being. He's just a little messed up, you know, he's a little desperate, needs a little help. You know, people don't pity me. They try their best to dodge me. They try to, like, get around me. They're like, bro, get this fucking turd out of my punch bowl. That's literally, they look at me like I'm a turd in the punch bowl. I swear to God, that's how they look at me. So, how do you see all of that ridicule around you where people are like, this guy's a fucking idiot? Hello, Samuel. How do you look at people like that and go, yeah, these are good people. The way they're treating me is totally acceptable. The way that they're acting is so fucked up. It's so fucked up. And I can't tell anybody about it. I mean, nobody's told me that I can't say anything about it. I'm just every day wake up expecting agents at my door. Like, that's just the life I live. Because I know that we're not allowed to speak. It's illegal to speak, my dudes. I don't know who's listening. I mean, chances are this is like COINTELPRO pushed or whatever all the way down to the bottom of the fucking list or whatever. You're not seeing this. If you're seeing this, it's because you clicked on it, not because YouTube shoveled it into your face. YouTube's not trying to show you this. Straight up. That's why it'll probably only have like 5 views or 10 views or something. Like, this is fucked, and this is the reality. Is that I just made this beat off of Pete Rock's Ladies and Gentlemen, and it took me literally 3 hours to make this. Not even. Like, including what I'm saying right now. Like, all of this put together, writing it, conceptualizing the idea, putting it over a beat, picking a beat in the first place, and then rapping over it. I did this in my fucking sleep. Even if I had an amazing product, nobody's buying it. Nobody's gonna buy it. Nobody's gonna buy it. Nobody gives a fuck. You know why? Because YouTube says nobody gives a fuck what you do. YouTube says, if you build it, they'll come if we let them. They're the third party. And they won't let people see me. That's the truth. They'll let people see the minute hour. I found the minute hour from a recommended video. And he's fucked. But I do some magic or something and they're like, yo, like this guy's a wizard. Better shut him down. Like, if you don't take magic seriously and it's discredited and it's scientifically disproven and all this, then how come it's not allowed? Ask yourself that. If YouTube doesn't want cult shit on their website, should they be allowed to infringe on my religious freedom to speak? Like, do I have to literally go downtown? Is that the only place where I'm allowed to? Because all the online free public forums where I can go and talk to people, all of them limit occult discussion? I mean, there's tons of fucking occult groups on Facebook. There's no problem with posting on Facebook. There's tons of occult content on YouTube. None of that stuff is fucking blocked. So why me? Why the fuck is it? Why am I blocked? Why am I blocked? Is it because of copyright? Is it because somebody upstairs said, no, fuck this kid. He will never be a rapper. Did somebody push the button on that? Is that what happened? Someone just looked at my career and went, fuck this kid. They just blocked me forever? Is that what happened? I'm honestly curious, you know, if any of you fucking glowies out there want to come forward under a fake account name and drop some info in the comments, I'd be happy to hear from you. But, like I said, chances are nobody's hearing this, right? The other fucked up thing that I was thinking about is, what if YouTube just says that I have 50 views, but in reality, I have thousands of views and they're just not showing that? Like, that's another thing that I was wondering, like, even if people did see my content, like, would YouTube have a vested interest in showing me as this, like, popular guy? Like, I don't know. I just don't know. But it's just like, I don't know if I'm so far up my own ass or just woke. Like, I just don't know. Like, I feel like I'm up my own ass just saying that. But, like, I don't know. I spend a lot of time introspectively meditating on myself, trying to improve. And I thought, when I get to a certain point, my music will be good enough that it'll start gaining traction. And that moment happened quite a while ago. And the traction is just not there. I mean, I've been doing this for less than a year. And people like Tatro have been doing this for decades or whatever and schooling new kids on how to do things properly. But I really wonder, if I put on a skull cap and started talking Christian values, would people suddenly start flocking to my channel because I'm not partaking in the forbidden fruit of Odinism? These are real philosophical questions that I wish I could pose. So that's why I'm posing them. These are thoughts. These are actual, real thoughts right now, broadcasting live from my apartment. I'm just talking into the microphone like people are listening. Are people listening? No. But that's okay. You know, maybe the neighbors are eavesdropping. Maybe they're picking up something from this. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe the guy mowing the lawn outside is overhearing me heckle him. Maybe he's hearing about 10% of what I'm saying to him. You know. But these are the thoughts, my dude. I wonder if you're allowed to have thoughts these days. I really wonder. You know, because like if I was talking about Family Guy, I'm sure it would be A-okay. You know, if I was talking about Wall-E, let's watch Wall-E again. I'm sure that would be okay. Come on, Johnny Depp. You're getting crazy again. You know, like, people don't get how referencing works. Like, people think that it's just like a subliminal game. People think it's a fucking game. Like, you know, I'm not your fucking guinea pig. Alright? So hoop it. I'm sure you get a kick out of that, don't you? I've been thinking a lot about conspiracies lately. Nothing in particular, just the actual concept itself of a conspiracy, how people like secretly work together to accomplish a mutually agreed upon goal. And it occurred to me that like just about anybody and their brother can be in a conspiracy of their own. And I think that the reason that they want everybody dumbed down and staying quiet is because it is so much easier to track who is a threat when 99.999% of people are in the box that they want people to be in. Like, I think, like, when there's only just, like, a precious few of those people capable of doing anything, they just op them into the ground, dude. Like, this, it's straight up how it is. Like, I swear to God it is. You know? I'm like, people just want to, like, stick their head in the sand and pretend like these intelligence agencies aren't controlling the narrative or controlling what you believe. What you believe is what they've told you to believe, or what they've pretended to tell you to believe, hoping that you'll start believing the opposite of what they're telling you because they're intentionally leaving holes in their argument because they want people to rebel. Like when you look at Disney and stuff, you look at the way that those movies have shifted, like programming over the last couple of years. It's insane how they're telling people to rebel in the media, and then you're seeing like Floyd Mayweather, what's his name? George Floyd, the riots in the States, like they put all of this riot material out into the community, and then the community internalizes that messaging, and then they go out and fucking riot. So my question to all of those bigwig people out there is, how the fuck do you sleep at night knowing that your music affects people with your dummy hallway Tom McDonald? This is my question to you people. If you were listening, that would be what I would be asking you. What the fuck are you gonna do about your hallway for dummies, my dude? What the fuck are you gonna do about that? You're just gonna leave that? You're just gonna let people suffer? You get a kick out of that? You like seeing people suffer? Well, then don't say that you're a good fucking person, because you're not a good person. I think that's about it for today. See you guys next time. If I'm not killed.